Hi, this is our extra shit video. Because stuff either we forgot to say in our coming out video and advice we're going to give to you if you're coming out. Okay. So, if we didn't say, we are from the Bible Belt. Now, he mentioned my going away party, Georgia is where we're from. And he mentioned my going away party, and I moved from Georgia to California. So here, everyone's a lot more liberal.
And I'm visiting her. I'm not.
And he's visiting me right now. He still lives in Georgia. Exactly. But I do want to say that I did not say in my video. I want to talk about bullying just a teensy tiny bit. And what I do want to say is that with girls, especially really femme lesbians like myself, people that weren't really close to me, like just people at school who might possibly bully me, didn't suspect me of being gay because they didn't know me and I didn't look gay. You know, the stereotype of dyke girls. I didn't look like that. So I never got the whole, oh, you act so gay. That never happened to me. But even living in California, and even now that I'm out, I've been bullied a little bit, not enough to really bother me, but just a little bit since I came out. I had one kid this one I remember most vividly, who bumped into me in the hallway and was like, watch where you're going, you fucking dyke. And I was like, yeah, I don't know you and I don't care. So that didn't really bother me. I had a girl who screamed at me and my girlfriend when she saw us together, and my girlfriend almost beat the shit out of her, which was hilarious. But yeah, I just want to point out that I don't see a lot of girls that get bullied before they come out. It does happen, but I don't see that many girls that get bullied before.
It's like, I think when you're a gay guy, it's sometimes a bit more noticeable. Not for all of them, but for some, it can be a lot more noticeable. And then people will find it as something like, oh,
because
that's not normal. That's weird. So, and especially in middle school, anything that you do that's out of the ordinary will stand out, and everybody will pick on you for that. And they see it as like just something. So in middle school, you need to be like the cool kid. You do things this way, that way.
And let me just say, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Straight, gay, whatever. Don't conform unless that's really genuinely like, what you like. Be who you are. It's so much more fun.
You need to just be who you want to be. Be who you are. And you're born this way. And you know, when you're in middle school, like a lot of that is not accepted by everybody because everyone's just trying to be like the popular kid. Everyone's still looking for friends. You're developing, seeing what you're into and stuff. So
just find people who love you. We weren't out in middle school, but we were definitely misfits, and I had much more fun that way. Didn't you?
I had a lot more fun. Even though since I was obviously gay to a lot of people, I got a lot of shit for it. I still had fun with my friends. All of our group of friends, we were just like, we didn't give a fuck about anybody thought. We're just like, all right, we're cool. We're cool in our own way.
Like, I don't know, like, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm a misfit, but I wish I was popular. Like, that seems to be some stereotype. That was not us. We did not give a shit.
And if you're in middle school and you're watching this, just don't try to be the cool kid. Don't try to act a certain way to, be popular or, because middle school, that shit does not matter. No. That's
middle school is 3 of the worst years out of your whole fucking life.
That's just like a transition phase.
But here's the thing. They're going to be the worst years of your life, probably. They were for me. But they're the shortest.
They're the shortest, too.
It's 3 fucking years. Like, what's it worth? Losing friends or losing yourself when it's just going to be 3 years from now when you can go to high school, which is still hell. But ultimately, it's better than middle school. So, I mean, it's not worth it. Yeah. And even if you're looking at middle school and high school combined, let's say middle school sucks for you and high school sucks for you. Let's say they're both equally bad.
You have a whole life ahead of you.
That is, 7 years of hell and 60 years of awesome. Don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter, okay? And it's gonna be a lot better for you.
I've never done middle school. I think one thing we need to talk about is how parents sometimes
Can-
react to it, and when they might associate you being gay with thinking you might do other stuff.
When you might do drugs
'Cause-
or have sex or get AIDS.
Both of my parents, when I came out, they were all right with it. They were like, okay, well, you're gay, but just because you're gay we're fine with this, does not mean we're gonna be fine with anything else. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm glad fine with me, because they understood that being gay is not like something's wrong with me or I'm gonna like going crazy and stuff. But it's not so much as this thought that they were like associating being gay with doing drugs. They were just so cool with it that they didn't want me to be like, hey mom, I'm doing drugs, and expect me to think, oh yeah, that's fine, you can
Right.
do drugs, you don't care,
My mom did associate being gay with drugs, and that was the reason that her initial reaction was so bad. She confessed to me later. She said, I just want you to be safe and happy, and a lot of people in the gay community, or so she thought, she said, a lot of people in the gay community do drugs and have sex, and I don't want that to be you.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
that's
nothing's
another thing.
changed. I just like women. I've
Oh,
always liked women.
With sex and promiscuity, that was brought up with my dad. He was like, oh well, that is associated with promiscuity and stuff, and I know you're not like that. And we had that talk. And another very big thing, which should always be talked about, was AIDS. Both my parents talked about that, and they told me, oh well, you're a smart kid, and if you're gonna have sex, you should be protected and stuff, and be smart about it
Let me just say one thing about
and
AIDS.
stuff.
Because I'm sorry to cut you
Mhm.
off, but I just gotta say this because a lot of people don't know. AIDS affects way more straight people than it does gay people.
Well, it affects
It does.
more straight people because there's more straight people in the world, but like percentage wise,
Well,
more like in the gay community, like it's a higher percentage of gay people than straight people.
okay, well, it's still
But-
just
Just
as
because,
bad.
just because it's just as bad,
And-
you still need to think.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I'm
wear a
not saying
condom.
don't. No. Okay, here's the thing. Be protected always, okay? But that's whether you're straight or gay. And just because you're gay does not mean you will get AIDS, okay? I mean, we weren't that sheltered. We
Yeah.
didn't think that, but a lot of people
Yeah,
do. A
that's
lot of
one-
people do think.
That's one thing. They think you're gay, you have AIDS. No,
It's not true. It's not
it's
true.
having
As long as you're smart.
unprotected- Yeah, as long as you're smart.
The only time it is okay to have unprotected sex is if you are married or
Are completely clean and you want a
And
baby.
if you're yeah, that's for straight people. But if you
Straight
are
people.
a gay man and you or gay girl and you are with someone that you intend to be with the rest of your life and you are both completely free of any STDs, you've both been tested for that, and you're both completely clean, that is the only time it's even a
I
little
think-
bit okay to unprotected sex. And even
But
then,
you still run a risk.
you still have the
Run a
risk.
You still run a risk.
And
So no matter what, wear a condom.
always. And I will also say, lesbians have the lowest percentage of AIDS of any group, straights or gays. Lesbians have the lowest, but that doesn't mean we should be unsafe. Female condoms, they fucking exist, and you should get some. True facts.
They're nasty.
Okay, that's sex and a little bit of bullying.
And
So-
just parents' reaction, I think.
But we don't have
Um,
enough time for all that shit.
No, I mean just kind of like,
I think we should do a whole, dedicated thing to that, don't you?
all right. We'll
It's
do
kind of a
that.
big deal, so people want to know about. Okay,
Cool.
more facts
Next
on
video.
parents in the next video.
Dun, dun, dun,
Go
dun,
this
dun,
way.
dun, dun,
Next
dun.